If you are looking to buy the Nvidia RTX 4070 and your budget is around $1,000, you can actually get a solid system all around for this graphics card. Actually, I do like the RTX 4070 performance at 1440p, and that's one of the reasons I've made this video, and I will show you every component. And don't worry if you're new to gaming PCs, because I will try to explain everything as simple as possible and give you an estimated performance with this RTX 4070. I will also explain a couple things that are interesting when buying a system for $1,000. So I really recommend you sticking until the end of the video, because you will get some valuable information. You will have the links to all of the components with the 4070 down below in the video description. That being said, let's start. For the CPU, we have the AMD Ryzen 5 5600. I absolutely love this CPU. It is by far the best budget CPU on the market, and it has been that way for a long time now. Honestly, great CPU for the RTX 4070. For the motherboard, we have the ASRock B550M PG Riptide Micro ATX motherboard. This is from the AM4 platform. Honestly, this is a great motherboard for the price. You're only paying $90 and you get all the features that you will need for this system. For the memory kit, we have the Silicon Power Turbine 16GB of RAM 2x8 of DDR4 at 3200 MHz, going for only $30. Now, you can go with 32GB of RAM if you want, but it's going to be above $1,000 at the end if you do that. However, I do recommend you going with 32GB of RAM because of how cheap it is right now, and honestly, you will have better performance when it comes to content creation and streaming. For the storage, we have 1TB of Gen 4 SSD from MSI, and to be honest, the difference between this Gen 4 drive and a higher end Gen 4 drive is non-existent when it comes to gaming performance. So yes, no matter if you spend $1,000 on your storage, it will not make a difference when it comes to FPS. For the graphics card and the most important component on the system, we have the RTX 4070, of course. This is the Gigabyte version, going for $600, and if you're new to PCs, with the RTX 4070 you will be able to run every single game at 1440p ultra settings with no issues on high FPS. You can also start playing at 4K depending on the game and the settings, but for most games 4K is actually possible at 60+ FPS on average, and for 1440p you can run every single title. Even if you want to play high demanding titles like Flight Simulator on ultra settings, you will be able to run it with the 4070, and if you want to play esports titles, you can run these titles at above 200 FPS, so feel free to buy a high refresh rate monitor for 1440p gaming. For you to see the estimated performance of this GPU on a 13 game average at 1440p ultra and high settings, we have the 4070 with an average of 126 FPS, which is really high for 1440p gaming, right next to the RX 6800 XT, which has the same average. Now, would I recommend you buying the 6800 XT instead? In my opinion, it's a better choice if you're just going to do gaming, because it's actually cheaper, it has more VRAM and the same performance. So if you're just gonna do gaming, in my opinion, the 6800 XT is a better choice. However, if you're thinking of content creation, or you want DLSS 3, which is frame generation, or a better level of ray tracing, the RTX 4070 is the better choice, and I do recommend you spending the extra if that's your case. However, like I said before, just for gaming, the RX 6800 XT will be enough, and you will have my video about the best value $1,000 gaming PC in the top right of the screen. Then for the case, we have the Bitfinex Nova Mesh Micro ATX case. Honestly, nothing much to say about this case. I really like the design, it has good airflow, it comes with 3 pre-installed fans, and it's only $60. Honestly, I couldn't ask for anything better than this. And then last but not least, the power supply, we have the Apivia Prestige 600 watt 80+ gold power supply. The power supply market is really expensive at the moment, and for $52 here you're getting a 600 watt 80+ gold power supply that's C-tier rated, meaning that it's okay quality, but I'm not concerned about the power supply here because of the RTX 4070 power efficiency. Don't worry about this power supply will be enough, and if you want a higher quality power supply, you're looking to spend around 30 to 40 extra bucks, which is a ton of money. So the total price for this PC is $1,006 by the time that I'm recording this video. Maybe when you're watching this it's actually cheaper or maybe more expensive. I do recommend you checking the latest prices in the links in the description, but you're getting a great all-around system. You can do streaming, content creation, gaming at 1440p with really high FPS, and the only thing I would recommend you upgrading if you have some extra money is the RAM to 32GB of RAM, because like I said before, if you're gonna do content creation and streaming, this will be a huge upgrade. Now, if you want the best price to performance gaming PC, and let's say you have less than $1,000, let's say you have $800, or maybe you have more than $1,000, let's say you have $1,200, in that case, I recommend you watching my video about the best PC build for every budget this month, where you have a PC for everything. Trust me, you will have PCs that are even way better than this one in terms of price to performance, and because you have plenty of different budgets, there's no doubt you will find your perfect PC in that video. But if you have $1,000 and you want the RTX 4070, this is the PC I would go for. You're gonna get a great experience, trust me when I say this, and you will have no issues with it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I will try to reply as fast as possible. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.